Coinbase CEO named the reasons for relisting XRP Ripple. Is it possible to relist XRP on Coinbase? What will such an event lead to? We will answer these questions in today's video. The current price of XRP for today is $0.35 and the trading volume for 24 hours is $136,000,000 We are updating our XRP price in US dollars in real time. XRP has dropped 30% in the last 24 hours. Welcome to the Rich Club channel. If you like this video, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Do you think the analysts are right about XRP? Write the answers in the comments. Giving away 500 XRP at the end of the week. One random subscriber will receive XRP coins. Take a look at the instructions in the comments section. All you need to do is write the word XRP, watch the video to the end to like and subscribe. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, has not been definitive over the past few days. Last week, the RSI held a neutral value of 50 as support, but recently this level has not passed. Thus, there may be some volatile dynamics during the weekend. Similarly, the Awesome Oscillator, AO, was also below zero. He has not yet shown a strong bearish impulse. The A/D line had a resistance zone that was directly overhead and was indicated by two dotted white lines. If A/D can overcome this region, it will be a sign of sustained demand for the XRP rally. The Directional Movement Index, DMI, showed the absence of a strong trend. ADX, yellow, it was at level 20, ADI just above the 20 mark. Technically, this indicated a bearish trend, but in general meant the absence of a significant trend over the past few days. The $0.35-$0.36 range will be important to protect the bulls over the next day or two. The formation of a lower low below this area will signal bearish strength. Momentum indicators were inconclusive on the lower timeframes. Bitcoin could also strongly influence the direction of XRP in the near future. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, discussed a number of cryptocurrency-related topics with Axios fintech reporter Lucian at Collision 2022. Garlinghouse touched on an important topic, the ongoing litigation between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. The CEO of Ripple expressed optimism that the blockchain company will win the lawsuit. According to Garlinghouse, his confidence stems from the fact that the law and other facts support the company's argument that XRP is not a security. I bet Ripple will win the lawsuit, just to be clear. I bet on it not only because of the tone of the judge's questions. I'm betting on it because I know the facts are on our side. I'm betting on it because the law is on our side, Garlinghouse said in an interview. However, the SEC is still pushing for Ripple's XRP to be classified as a security, Garlinghouse said. The SEC has gone too far, and they are trying to seize jurisdiction over something. I think they saw this gray area, confirming the argument that XRP is a security, and decided to enter, Garlinghouse added. Shin then asked Garlinghouse what would happen if Ripple didn't win the lawsuit. Garlinghouse noted that the company behaves as if it has already lost the lawsuit. Moments after Ripple was charged, trading platforms in the US suspended XRP trading, fearing that the SEC might pursue them for facilitating the exchange of assets of this class. If Ripple loses the case, will anything change? It's the status quo. Ripple is still growing fast, he said. Garlinghouse said the Securities and Exchange Commission has control only in the United States, which has affected XRP trading in the country. At the moment, Mir is behaving as if Ripple has lost the lawsuit, although this is not the case, he added. American exchanges, including Coinbase, stopped supporting XRP immediately after Ripple was written off, which led to a sharp drop in the price of the coin. The SEC has jurisdiction only in the United States. In a sense, if you think about how the world works now, it seems that the case is lost. The lawsuit, which has been going on for more than a year, is considered the largest litigation involving the SEC that has ever occurred in the cryptocurrency industry. This month, Ripple recorded a major victory after Judge Sarah Netburn ordered the SEC to provide emails to William Hinman's speech in 2018. The blockchain company believes that the drafts of the speech will help its defense of fair notification that XRP is not a security. However, the SEC does not want to hand over Hinman's documents to Ripple, and now wants to appeal the order issued by Judge Netburn. The SEC and Ripple litigation seems to be entering a decisive phase after the last appeal of the first. The regulatory body filed a motion for a 30-page summary and a 10-page response to object to Judge Torres' decision on the draft speeches. As previously reported, Judge Torres ordered the SEC to disclose drafts of Hinman's speech from 2018. In the SEC's battle against Ripple, the SEC's latest proposal was partially accepted by Judge Torres. She ordered the SEC to file only a 20-page briefing, but provided a 10-page response to the subsequent proceedings. The regulator was hoping for a 30-page memorandum because it was instructed to object to 3 separate orders in one briefing. Meanwhile, Ripple has opposed both of these claims, as stated in court documents. The defendants here believe that all 3 orders relate to the same motion regarding Hinman's speech. Moving on to the short answer, the SEC has yet to see the opposite of Ripple's briefing. Consequently, Ripple also opposes the SEC's request for an extended response. Their motion went on to say that the SEC's requests are completely unfounded and biased. Recently, another important event became known in this case. The SEC asked Judge Torres to revoke the amici status granted to XRP holders and exclude John Deaton from the case. Ripple's defense team objected to this letter. James K. Phelan stated that Ripple's letter indicates that the SEC wants amici/XRP holders to be completely excluded from the case. The decision on Hinman's speech definitely cornered the SEC. They face a serious challenge to answer these questions with increasing attention on social media. It is unclear how long they will be able to delay the disclosure of documents. As for Ripple, they seem to be landing in a safe place in light of recent moves. The Securities and Exchange Commission has, as expected, filed an objection to Justice of the Peace Annalisa Torres to the decision of District Judge Sarah Netburn, in which she decided to hand over to Ripple the documents for William Hinman's speech. Recall that this is the third time Judge Netburn has ordered the SEC to provide these documents. The SEC has also requested permission to file additional information, a 30-page opening statement and a 10-page response to future objections from Ripple's lawyers, which will combine objections to all three decisions. In turn, Ripple's lawyers filed their objection to Judge Torres on this issue. Justice of the Peace Torres has already made some decisions, partially granted and partially rejected the request of the Securities and Exchange Commission for additional information. #XRP community, #SECGovV. #Ripple, #XRP. In connection with the SEC's objection to Judge Netburn's ruling on the Hinman speech documents, the SEC's motion to file a 30-page opening brief was denied, limited to 20 pages, but its request to file a 10-page reply brief was granted. According to the ruling issued late last night, Judge Torres rejected the SEC's request to file a 30-page opening statement, which the court limited to 20 pages, and the court granted the Securities and Exchange Commission's request to submit a 10-page response to Ripple's upcoming response to its objections. Ripple objected to the SEC's request less than 24 hours ago. In addition to the fact that the SEC said it wanted to object to Judge Netburn's three rulings regarding the decision on the Hinman document, Ripple noted that the agency did not provide a justification for why its request for an increased opening statement should be granted. The blockchain company called on the court to completely reject the request, since it exceeds the established limit of 20 pages for objections to the rulings of magistrates. The SEC's request for a brief response is premature at best. The Securities and Exchange Commission has not even seen the briefing of the defendant's opposition yet, so at this stage it cannot conclude that there are arguments that it has not had the opportunity to consider. He also did not offer any other justification for the answer, Ripple noted. Ripple also pointed out the SEC's delaying tactics yesterday and urged the court not to allow the agency's actions to delay serious consideration of the court case. For your information, Judge Torres also granted the request of the parties to set a deadline of July 28, 2022, by which the parties who are not parties to the process can provide their information regarding expert reports. #XRP community, #SECGovV. #Ripple, #XRP. The court has entered an order setting a deadline of July 28, 2022, by which any non-parties must move to seal portions of the Daubert motions or else waive objections to the court's ultimate ruling on the parties' sealing applications. What do you think are the prospects for XRP in 2023? Write your forecasts in the comments. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so as not to miss the release of new videos, and do not forget about our contest. Write in the XRP comments to add 500 XRP to your account.